This is Ian with Build Brothers. Going to go ahead and do my digital inspection here at 4525 Estrella Avenue in San Diego. Going to start here on the flat and just making sure that this new torch roof on the flat section looks good. And when we inspect this product, first we're going to look at the general condition of it. And this product is still in near new condition. All the granules are still intact, and there's no fiberglass showing through. There's no evidence of wear and tear. The next thing we're going to look at is the seams, and we're going to see if enough or appropriate amounts of heat was applied to this product when it was installed. You install this product with a torch, and you basically melt the asphalt and then roll these layers out, and they melt together. And so this is the perfect amount of bleed out. I can tell that it was an experienced installer that was running the torch for this roof. There's only a couple little small ponding areas. We can tell where the water sits and dries by the granules, by this buildup of debris. And so that's pretty minor. All in all, this roof drains really well. It's going to last a long time. Next thing we check is if T-patches were used where the seams of the drip edge. So see if I can make that out. Here's where two pieces of drip edge meet, and basically this one overlaps this one, so it creates a high point. And I'm not sure if the camera's catching it, but this is the number one failure. It's because of that high point that the product peels away from this drip edge, and then it starts to creep, and all of a sudden we've got a failed seam there. What we do to avoid that is we apply just another square piece of torch down just to the top of it, and it reinforces that area. So there were not T-patches installed on this roof. That's probably the only nitpick that I can find here. Let's go over to the main house, because that's what's most important. And we've got a 3-tab asphalt shingle that has really bad wear and tear, massive granule loss, a lot of exposed fiberglass. You can see that shine on the shingles. That means that the fiberglass is coming through, and so it is definitely time. We also know that there is the original, most likely the original 100-year-old wood shake under there, and it's just completely crumbling apart at the edges. It does get wet and retains moisture at the edges. Anytime we've got a whirlybird, just like this guy right here, that doesn't move, wind-driven rain is absolutely getting in there every time it rains. Why it's not showing on the ceiling? Probably just not enough water. There are 2 layers of asphalt shingle and then the layer of wood shake. And so even though there are several areas that are leaking, those additional layers of roofing are not allowing the water in. Oh, I forgot to show you, there is one area that has exposed wood shake right over the entry of the garage. You could potentially file an insurance claim because whenever we see that these chunks are still on the roof, that means it just happened. And I am seeing insurance claims are very rare in San Diego because we don't have weather. But this is legitimate wind damage, and you could potentially get part of this roof paid for. There's some wind damage over there as well, and there as well. So any of the roof planes that have that obvious wind damage should be paid for. And if it's majority of the roof planes, then you might get insurance to buy the whole roof. We got what looks like the mount for an old antenna, and I can see other mounts around here. There's one right there, that little guy. That's kind of cool that the fireplace has a cricket, diverts the water around the fireplace. It's a real brick fireplace. It's pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, this roof is in really poor condition and absolutely needs to be replaced sooner rather than later. Very hard to tell with the nice gutter all the way around the house how much wood damage we're going to find in the eaves, but I think it should be minor.